And Rohan, like a lot of people want to start their online journey. They are making like $1,000, $2,000, but the goal is like to hit like $10,000 a month, right? That's a big goal for a lot of people in India, abroad, and everywhere as well, right? What will be your action plan if you were to tell someone the next 30 days if they have to hit this goal, right? What is like step one, two, three, four, five, like step by step advice which you want to tell?
Yeah. So step one, again, pick a market. It's very important because if you try to go after everyone, there's already so much competition. Not everyone's going to give you attention. So why not differentiate yourself and have the upper advantage by picking a segment of the marketplace and make your job easier, right? So picking a market, again, it could be, it totally depends upon what you're good at. You could be good at, let's say, digital marketing. You can be good at relationship coaching. You could be good at fitness coaching, right? And then you could do it for a particular segment. For example, let's say, um, you know, mindset coaching for sales professionals to help them improve their conversion rate from 5 to 10%, right? That is like pretty good. So just pick a market, and if you can't think of any, the just like think about what have you really accomplished for yourself that you are like really proud of, something that a lot of people come to you and ask you advice for, right? That is usually like the thing that you should try to enter. And now a lot of digital marketers, the mistake that they do is, and I did this myself, um, back when I started out my agency, I did not like have any like actual experience, regarding how things work, how exactly a business runs and whatnot, right? So I did have like a lot of agency clients, but then I didn't like really understand the business completely until I decided to get like a job, right? So I worked at an organization as a chief marketing officer, really understanding how business works, what all requires, what all things are required for a high ticket coaching business to actually run smoothly. And I think if I didn't experience that and I didn't understand the industry to like the depth of it, I wouldn't have been able to do what I'm doing today. And that's why I recommend, like, you look at common patterns. You look at Alex Hormozy. He knew gyms inside out. Why? Because he was a gym owner himself, right? You look at Russell Brunson, right? Why do you think his software is so amazing? Because he himself faced that issue of being able to build those complicated funnels. That's why he built a solution which is easy to use for anyone, right? You look at any individual who is successful, they have like a lot of in-depth insights regarding their industry. That is why I recommend to a lot of like people, go get some experience if you don't have any. And if you do have experience, build something around that. Don't just pick a niche because you read on Google that this is the hottest niche right now. Like, so one day, like not too long ago, somebody was like, Rohan, can I pick AI as my niche? And I was like, do you know even like anything about AI? And they're like, no. So I'm like, definitely not, right? So there, that is there. So that's first step. Pick a market and make sure that you like really get good. So get some experience on it. The second thing would be, if you have gotten experience already, charge high ticket for it. I mean, why else would you want to sell low? Because if you charge high ticket, you'll get more serious people. They'll be more committed. You'll be able to acquire customers at a cheaper cost than your competitors. You can spend more money on ads. It just like has all the benefits, right? So doing that, start with a price point. If you're doing US, start with at least $3,000 in today's time. And if you're doing India, at least 30, 50,000 minimum rupees you should be charging um, for your advice and services. And if you can't charge that much, then you're not solving a painful enough problem. And you should probably revisit the concept of picking the market again. Um, the third step would be figure out acquisition channel. So for us, Facebook ads really works really well. Um, I got started by sending emails to people, cold emails. That also works pretty well, and it's free as well, by the way. So anyone can do that. You can also do YouTube ads. You can do YouTube videos. There are 10,000 different ways to acquire customers. Which one you should pick? Honestly, you should pick your own personality. For example, if you love making a lot of videos, you should probably pick YouTube. If you love talking a lot but don't like showing your face, you should pick podcasts. You should do that. If you love, maybe if you're good at the skill of media buying, you should pick ads, because you understand numbers, you understand data, you understand how exactly the whole ads and everything work. So yeah, there's no right or wrong. They all work, right? It's just that where are you willing to develop mastery in, right? Because no matter what channel you pick, ads, yeah, your first few ads will bomb for sure. Your first few cold emails, people won't respond to you. Your first few YouTube videos, people won't watch them. But that's the difference, right? Should you keep going? Should you not going? So that's the thing. So start generating appointments, right? So if your goal is to make $10,000, let's say if you're in the US, you're charging $3,000. You technically just need 3 clients. In India, let's say you're charging, let's say 1 lakh rupees, right? So you just need 10 clients. So to be able to get 3 clients, you technically need what? How many? At a 20% closing rate, you need 15 calls, and for 10 clients in India, you need 50 calls, right? So you should have that goal that I need to generate 50 appointments to 15 appointments, depending upon which market you're going after, in order to achieve my target, right? So every day, then kind of like when you start your marketing efforts, like you try to see if let's say you do YouTube videos, right? Try to measure. So if I publish one YouTube video, how many calls do I get from that video? Right? Now, if I publish 2 videos, how many calls do I get from those 2 videos? So, for example, if one video you posted today, like how you're doing right now, you let's say got 5 calls, right? And your goal is to, let's say, get 15 calls. So, guess how many videos more you'll need to upload? You'll need to upload 3 more videos, and you'll be able to achieve your target, right? So kind of like reverse engineer. And now this was an example for videos. You can also reverse engineer that for ads. You can reverse engineer that for how many emails you need to send, whatever, right? Point is, start generating those calls and then become really good at like being able to sell. So this means like understanding somebody's problems and being able to provide them the right kind of solution. It's a really valuable skill. Um, and yeah, like I think if you just generate 15 to 50 calls and you have a great offer to begin with, you'll be able to achieve your $10,000 target easily.